Good morning here at Mutesa, the first Royal University, where we are going to be having a conversation on the politics of the university. My name is Darren Bartlett, and I'm going to be the moderator of this session. Politics is such an interesting conversation, and if you see that most of the leaders we have in the country have roots in politics, I can give an example. The Constitutional Affairs Minister was a guild president in Makere, and he goes on to be a presidential candidate. Later on, of course, becomes a minister, but you never know, in future he may become, again, a presidential candidate. You just can't rule that out. And that's the route we're talking about here in this university. This could be actually the foundation for the future leaders. But first, they have a huge test ahead of them. And that is how they handle the affairs of the university. I have 5 candidates with me. 3 candidates are vying for the post of the guild president, which will take both campuses in Masaka and the Kampala campus, if I get that right. So a guild president takes both campuses, right? And then we also have the campus presidents, and that one means that they represent the affairs or the politics of the particular campus. It is either Masaka campus or here, the campus that we have here. That is my brief introduction about this session here. But as we dive direct into our conversations, I would first want to have some remarks actually from the EC, who is Kawesa Frank, to guide us in our rules before we get into our debate with the 4 gentlemen and 1 lady on the panel here. Let me first hand the microphone to the EC, and then we'll come back with the conversation.
I would like to take this my teacher's opportunity to say thank you very much, Darren.
You're welcome.
This is a blessing on my side, and I would like to introduce myself once again, Kawes Frank, the chairperson of this commission, 2024-2025. Still, I want to remind you back that the previous year or the previous elections that happened, still I was the chairperson. So I'm back for the second time. And
you're having the second Chisanja?
Yes, the second Chisanja, and probably this would, I've not said that it is, but probably this might be the last one to happen. Unless others want to say, and I want to say hello to my candidates. I wish them best of luck. But as we get into this practice, we've been having a good trait back. We had a good trait, we had a good name, as you said prior on, that you've never had a strike from, this university. As we say that it is a royal university, still it is royal. We put behaviors first. How do you coordinate? How do you talk to the other people? How do you conduct yourself? There's a saying I try to tell my colleagues that whenever you lose money, Darren, you can lose money, you can lose a car, you can lose a house. You've lost something. That is something. But the moment you try to lose your name as Darren, I'm not talking of a name, that name Darren. But whenever you lose your priority as Darren, you've lost everything. No one will go in for you. So we get into this practice, my colleagues, my fellows, my fellow elites, and we should know that we should keep our names. We should keep our traits. You should keep what you have. You're who you are because you're who you are. I won't hesitate to put you aside if you're trying to go astray. My colleagues were given the rules and regulations to follow. They were given the rules and regulations to follow. If you don't follow, then probably me and my other members will have to put you aside. So I wish you best of luck, and I want to say that let's get into a fair and cool practice. All will be fine. I want to say thank you.
Now, these conversations most times determine how, if not emotional, if someone is not using emotional reasons, but they're using logical reasons, this debate informs the votes that you get at the end of the whole exercise, say on the day that you are elected. And I want to say congratulations, first of all, for making it to this point, because you went through a nomination process. I'm so certain about that. And you made it here. Probably you went through your party representatives. I see Noop twice. I have come to learn about a UID. I didn't know which one that is, but thank you so much for enlightening me on that party. And there's also NRM. I'm sure you represent the values of that party, but we're going to talk about the current affairs of this university. But the audience, first of all, wants to know who you are, what you do, and we'll start a conversation from there. Why you're standing, we'll get to that conversation. Just introduce yourself briefly, who you are, the post that you're standing for, and the course, just in case a first year walks into university and they want to find you quickly. Where do they find you? So they will definitely locate you by the course you do and the year you're in. It is easier to locate someone. So, okay, I'll start with the gentleman right on my far right there. Tell us your name. Just follow that corner.
Thank you so much, Darren. My name is Chilabila Simon Richmond. UID card, that is Uganda Young Democrats. Mutesa University Guild Aspirant 2024-2025. I offer BICT, that's my course, Bachelor of Education with the ICT. Yeah. I came with the motto of make Mutesa strong again. So I'm here to make Mutesa strong. That's my main reason as to why I come as a guild. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We can go to the next one. That is Richmond. Okay, Richmond.
Yeah, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before you, this is Gonza Hakim, MUP candidate. That's National Unity Platform. I came with my motto, big challenges, real solutions. Yeah, that's why I'm here as a good president, and I'm offering BSAF, that is Bachelors of Science in Accounting and Finance. Yeah, that's all.
Which campus are you on?
I'm in Chilumba campus, main campus.
Oh, the main campus, that's Masaka. Richmond, which campus?
Chilumba.
Masaka. Okay, thank you. Another one?
Thank you, our moderator. My name is Abe Muchiza. I'm from the Faculty of Education, doing Bachelor's of Education with ICT. Teaching subject is ICT and Geography. I'm the aspirant Kakeka campus president. My slogan is the voice for all. Thank you to meet you.
Thank you. I'm glad to also meet you as well.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
You, modulator. My name is Mru Godfrey David, the common man. That is my new name.
The common man.
The common man. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in arts with education. I'm from Chilumba Masaka, the aspiring guild president, the NRM card flag bearer.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And the only lady on the panel.
So, good morning, everyone. I would like at this juncture to first wish you Happy Women's Day to all ladies outside the world. I'm glad to be here. In fact, I'm the only lady in these booths or gentlemen, and I'm glad. So, my name is Nanku Florence Isabella. Pursuing my bachelor's degree of arts in education. I'm a teacher in making. I'm doing literature and English. I'm one of the aspirants for campus president, Kakeka campus. I seek your mandate as students of Mutesa, Wanro University, to be your campus president. My motto is, your voice matters.
Okay, so as we can see, all the candidates have something to offer to you, our viewer, and to you, a student. There's making the campus strong again, the voice of the people. There's a common man. There's, so much that we can speak about here. But do we stand for the values of the words that we speak and the values of the university? So let's get direct into our conversation here. And I'll start with the lady, because women come first. That is an affirmative action. It's just not a word, a proverb. No, they come first because it's an affirmative action. And also, by the way, I didn't introduce because we can't introduce each of you at the back there. The people you see or the camera points at on the other side, those are their mobilizers, their cheerleaders who are making sure that they get their candidates across the line to victory. But let me start with a lady here who is Florence Naku, a teacher. I would want to say in making, right? The teacher in making, because by the time you graduate, then you'll become a full teacher, hopefully. And I'm pray that you cross that line. God just gives you life. Tell us why you want to be the voice of the people for the campus that you want to represent. What is pushing you towards that goal, and what got you out of bed to think that you are the right person to lead the people of Keka, you said, campus? Kakeka campus.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. One of the reasons why I came up as a campus president contestant, first and foremost, my motto is, your voice matters. This time around, it's students' voice that matter to me. So one of the reasons why I came up as a campus president, it's because I feel like there is a need for a capable leader. So me, as a mother of the nation, I believe I can be a mother to this campus. I have a zeal in leadershiping, and I like seeing people developing with my hope. The other thing, of course, I would like to see a woman leading other members. Thank you.
Just stay with the microphone. This is the way we are going to moderate. I may have to interrogate some of your statements. You want the student. You say the student's voice matters. Are there particular challenges that you think that the university students' voice has not reached the administration, and then you think that this is the gap that I want to fill? Or are there also channels on top of that question? So these are going to be two questions in one. Are there channels that have been available for students to raise their voice? And if they are there, why do you think yours must be an addition to it?
With that, I think the gap is there. And many students, I've interacted with so many students before. In fact, I came up with this idea of becoming campus president contestant. So one of the challenges, I think the students have not been represented very well to the administration, and most of their ideas are not worked upon. So with this time around, I think with me I'll have to negotiate to a certain extent with the administrators, with the hope of students' voice, to enhance all their needs.
Okay. You had Florence there. Let me go to Abel. So I'll come to the guilds, the presidents who want to do this thing on another level. But Abel, you introduced yourself. You're also a teacher in making. And I'm sure that when you become a teacher eventually, teaching actually starts now. You should be teaching your peers on how to behave in a certain way. What do you think is the right moral compass for the students today, given that they're in a different generation from probably the one I've been in? But how would you steer the moral compass of students currently at university? Maybe let me start it this way so that it become two questions to you. Are there particular morals that you're uncomfortable with, that you think this is being done wrong by the students, but you can help them, put them in another direction? And then how are you going to do that?
Thank you, our moderator. The first question is that I myself am a person who is on the ground. I've been there seeing the many challenges we face and the moral students they have within here in university, especially here in Kakeka. In a way that there is some, like we students, the way we behave, in a way that when there is two lectures colliding, there is like some students, they say, for me, I want to make it. They stay there. And on that matter, I can give the solution that you can come, because this is a university, you study. If the lecture is for 4 hours, you can study 2 hours in one lecture, and then you talk with the lecturer, and you go to another lecture. You study. It's because all in all you came to study. So that more like being absent in lectures, it is not good. It is not good more in students. So I encourage you come and study. If they are colliding, make 2 hours in one lecture, 2 hours in another lecture.
Have you ever offered a practical solution to a challenge like that before?
Yes, because I do ICT and geography. The lectures normally collide. I normally have system administration and geography at the same time. But what I do as a student, I normally attend for 2 hours in ICT. Then I give that time in ICT, and then I come back in the geography in that lecture, because that lecture is scheduled on that day. So you can't cancel it.
No, what I meant is that, have you ever walked to a lecture, found a solution for all the students? As an example of leadership, have you walked to them before and said, I think let's go and dialogue this thing out, and it's okay for you to give us a scenario of what happened, for you to offer that first-hand solution that you provided a solution to a problem that was available?
Thank you, the moderator. I have my fellows. We do the same course, and we also face the same challenge. But what I know, I tried and convinced them that let us not misuse the time, because once time goes, it can't come back. I call them. They are my friends. I studied ICT with them. I normally tell them, let us go for ICT lecture, and then we come back to geography. That's how the practical I did to them.
And it
worked out, sir.
So how would you then tabulate a solution, a proposal? What would be the actual proposal that now you give the university or the campus administration? What kind of solution do you think you can put in place for that?
Thank you, our moderator. The suggestion or the solution I give to administrators, before raising the timetable, they should revise it before. Because what I know, they revise it, but they should consider, especially they should always connect with coordinators. Like you ask the coordinator of BEICT, you say, what are the lectures that you study in ICE and in IT, and what lectures do you normally study in others, in education this side? Because that course, it cuts across in IT and in education. So I call upon the lecturers, our dear deans, the head of departments, to always try and revise the timetable. If it can be possible, you can adjust, because we students, we go under your rules. So when you make it like it is compulsory for us, sometimes we can't make it. So I'm suggesting, or I'm requesting the administrators to always at least revise it with the coordinators to get the clear information and make the timetable well presented.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to come back to Naku just a little bit, because I'll come to the guilds a little later. You know, these people will be your vices in case, and they are bringing solutions to you. They're bringing problems, even possible solutions to you. So I want to come back to her a little bit, and then I will move the microphone again. Naku, you've had those problems, and you're supposed to be the voice. But I'm going to step you back a little bit, being the woman that you are here. Have you heard of any cases of sexual harassment towards girls?
Of course, yes.
What have you done?
Where are these campus?
What have you done? If you had it, you've had a violent, the name is violent, I think. Brendas, the Monicas have probably whispered to you and said, I have been sexually harassed on this campus. It could be by boys, it could be by teachers, it could be... What have you done if you had it?
Sorry, Mr. Darrow. I thought not within the university, not in our university.
Not even by boys, fellow students?
Of course, I've not had any
Okay, so
case.
in case you had a case of sexual harassment, because girls are going to entrust you. You're a leader and you said you're the voice. Monica walks to you and says, I have been sexually harassed.
Yes.
Let's understand, make us understand, the viewers, why or how are you going to handle this case of sexual harassment?
With that case, I would first go, of course, and inquire whether it's right. And after inquiring, of course, we shall have to punish the victim.
The victim?
Yes, through the administration, because we have students' rules and we have also students' rights. So harassing someone, it's against the students' rights.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me go to the girls. Let me go to the girls. You can pass. This is Godfrey. Godfrey, the common man. So the common man, thank you so much for putting in your application and seeing that you're nominated to, run to say that you become the head of these campuses. You hear conversations such as lecturers colliding, people missing lectures. You will hear cases of sexual harassment. Tell us, just as you, Godfrey, what are your values and what is the ethical compass you're going to take to see that you reinstore or instill sanity in a given generation like this, where there's rampant sexual harassment and all these things that are happening in campus, and also missing lectures?
Oh, thank you, the moderator. Yes, my motto is uniting voices for a stronger Mutesa. Even though I'm a common man, being a common man, I'm in position to know the challenges of the people I'm going to be leading. Because I've been with them, I know what they are facing, and I've come up with certain solutions to help these people. This generation is a little bit confused, and it is hard. So, like on that thing of sexual harassment, because we have the laws here in Uganda. Yes, we have laws, and no one is above the law. If someone is trying to harass a person I'm leading, of course, I'll use the laws to treat that person equally. So there are also other challenges, like for him, what he was saying, of missing lectures. We have the administration, and they are the people who are responsible for that. Of course, I've been talking to them before even coming to contest. I've been talking to them. They change in the way how they are designing the timetable to see that they are favoring each and every one. Because they are the students who are paying their tuition to attend to these services, so they must attend. So on that point, they will design a timetable which can favor each and every one. So there are certain issues which our students are facing, and as the guilty president, it's me to raise their voice to the administration, because I can't say that I'm going to do everything by my office, because there are certain things which I have to first consult the administration, even though I'm serving the students, but I can't rely on them each and every time. I have to first consult to see that their voice is raised before taking action.
That's an interesting one that I've seen. Let me get Hakim. Hakim, I like your royal blue suit. It's at Royal Mutesa, so you're going to hit it nail. But you come from a very vibrant party. That's what I realized. You two have been from a party that is so common in terms of vibrancy and behavior. But let's talk about representation on campus. You have two campuses. You have one in Masaka, and you have one here where we are right now. How do you juggle your representation and managing students' affairs in both campuses? That question, you can answer it when you tell us also why you are actually standing as well.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Yeah, me as Gonza Abdul Hakim, I joined Mutesa on my first year. I am in business faculty, and as a business student, I found a challenge here at Mutesa. Yeah, we had no association that unites all business students here at Mutesa. So as with business students, we had very many challenges, like we are missing lectures. We had very many challenges, missing lectures. I can't talk all, but as a student, I came up with an idea. I went and I met our Dean of Students, that's Mr. Chagulani, and our head of department. I discussed with them some issues, and what we came up with, I started myself a business association at Mutesa. It was there, but it was inactive. But I activated our association, and in my regime of being a president in that association, I worked hand in hand with our deans, and we came up with certain solutions. We started attending lectures. Lecturers started coming at campus, teaching our students. Yeah, that's all I can tell you.
So how are you going to work together with the two campuses? These are two campuses.
Yeah.
Collaborate the work here and there to see that both of them are represented.
Okay. That is an easy answer, because here at Kakeka, we elect campus president, and of course we have GRCs that represent students at the council. So the way I can work with this campus so that we can coordinate, I think I pass through my campus president and the GRCs. They bring to me certain problems and challenges that are affecting students. Then me as a king, I be able to raise those challenges to the administration, and we see how we can help them.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me speak to Richmond. You have been very attentive. The microphone has been going around. You've had an opportunity to hear what everyone is saying, and you see, you have a heavy shoulder when you hear such problems, even from campus, lecturers, deans, and so on and so forth. What would be your strategy in terms of delivering services? First of all, do you believe that there are disservices in the campus?
Sorry?
Do you believe that there are disservices, like there are things that are not done for, there are services that do not reach students? You believe in what they say? What is your strategy in ensuring that these services are actually cleared out? Like Mutesa, the first Royal University, is on top in terms of services between students and the university itself, the administration.
Wow. Thank you so much, Daron. That has been a good question. Like, it's part of my ambitions and my reasons as to why I came to aspire as a good president. That's why I came up with a motto of, or like a slogan, make Mutesa strong again. So with that, the question that you've asked me of ask me at first, do I believe that there are some, yes.
So then what is your strategy to resolve the issues?
Then the strategy to solve the issues. Firstly, the first thing, how we can solve those issues and the strategies that I have. First of all, unity, honesty, and being social to everyone can help us solve the issues. How? Be social to the administration. And we have to be direct to the administration. If we be direct and be friendly and social to the administration, it is the only way how we can help that those services that are not delivered to the students, they can be delivered to them. The reason as to why those services, maybe there are something that are lacking, because they do many services, they offer many services at the campus. Students receive them. But still there are those that are not delivered. And why aren't they delivered? It's just because the administration might have not known that there are some gaps missing. But so if you have a leader who can take your points, or who can see or can observe the gaps missing and reach out to the administration, tell them what is missing, advise them, they sit on table, they talk. So I think that can help the campus and the university to get the missing service. So with that, our university, or the mighty university, will become strong, I think.
Thank you, but I'm going to have to hold a microphone to you before it comes back this side. Yesterday, the Minister for Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Kataham-Seven, announced or released the results for Senior 6 students. 80,643 students qualify to go to university. And if Mutesa, the first Royal University, is the university of choice, if they were to make it the university of choice, you made your choice, now the university wants your assistance in taking the university to those who passed. How do you help the university? Because these students, when they come actually here, you're going to be leading them. Yeah.
Yes. First of all, the question you asked me yesterday, actually I congratulate the students who passed, and I welcome them to the university level or another level of their life. Now they have started their journey. About that, yesterday I have a friend. She actually got some good points at S6. She was like, congratulations to me, I've passed. Then I asked her, what is the next step? She was like, I'm not sure. So like, what aren't you sure of? She told me, I don't know, should I go for teaching or something else? Then I was like, teaching? I told her teaching is better, because I'm a teacher also. I'm a teacher in making. Yeah. So like, teaching is better. She was like, really? Yeah. Then I told her which university you would like to go to. She was like, actually, I don't know. I told her, before you think of any other university, Mutesa, the first university, is the better university. More so for that course that you're going on. So she was like, really? Told her, that's why I'm at that university. Because I saw its vision, and according to the ranking of the Mitre University, it is ranked among the 251 universities in the whole world that whom employers seek for, like the graduates of the university are sought for by the employers. So to that, I also encouraged her to come to our university. And in that, how can I deliver our university to the doorstep of those graduate students, so that it can also be like of an advantage to the university? So first, one thing, I did it already. I talked to a friend, and actually she's ready to come at the university, I think in the next intake. So by that, I hope this thing, it needs us first to set it before we go to those schools. Like, we give this to the schools and talk to the students. Those are in candidate classes of Form 6. We talk to them. We show them how the university is good. We give them the good things. We alert them about the good things at our university. So once they pass and get the points needed to be admitted at the university, I think they can come and join the university. So with that, I think.
Thank you, Richmond. Let me go back to Hakim. Gonzaga here. Sorry, the microphone came back to you a little bit earlier, but yeah, so we'll move. We'll move that way. So you take the time. You hear the students are coming. The new students will be joining Mutesa, the first university. I'm trying to get it. Mutesa, the first Royal University. They will be coming soon. But you all agreed. It looks like you all have an agreement that there are some disservices to the students. They are coming. Then there are those who you are studying with. Then you're leaving. You want to engrave your name in the books of the university as probably the greatest guild president who ever led this university. You are in a meeting with the administration who now put you to task to come up with projects that are going to support students to advance them to the next level. What would be your top 3 projects you would put to the university? Also the university. That's the guild president.
Yeah. Thank you, moderator. Yeah, those projects, me as a Kim, I can come with, like our campus, both have many girls. Like when you consider the population, like the girls are more than boys. So the first project for me, I can consider maybe like pad making, because we all know as the technology is developing each and every day, we are facing a lot of challenges in our communities. And as me, that is on ground, like at our campus, yeah, I see that challenges among our girls. Then that project can work, pad making, and they start making sanitary pads. They sell it to the outside community so that they can earn some money. Another project I can consider, we have art students. And as I was touring our campus, I reached that their class. I was amazed by their artwork. They are really good artists. They know what they are doing. So as me, I can also consider the project of art craft so that they can generate some little money. Yeah, and another thing, as a business student, it's not that I'm going to start it, but we already invented that project. Me and my colleagues in our association, we are able to come up with a project, but it is not yet that it is introduced, but we invented it. Yeah, as we, business students, we are planning to have poultry. We are planning to have some land, because our university has a big land. I'm happy to inform you that there at Chilumba campus, we have a big land, and it is useless, as I can talk. So as business students, we were able to come up with that idea. How can we generate money? We know that we are studying, but you can get outside after graduation and you don't have any, you start looking for job, but you are nowhere to be, they are nowhere to be seen. As student of business, we learn about creativity and innovation. So I was able to come up with that idea as my association member, that we start a poultry project. We can layer like hens, we sell eggs and we sell them for meat. That is it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's very important. It's okay, you can pass the microphone to, Godfrey. You see, Godfrey, it's important for you to understand that there's an employment issue out there after university, and how you prepare your students, the ones that you're leading, is very important. So there's a challenge out there, and that challenge needs solutions starting from the university, right down there. It's where the issues are. Otherwise, 25,000 people will graduate. All over, actually, the whole of Uganda has 223 students who graduate almost every year. Those ones graduated actually last year. The other one was 200,000, but they get nowhere because they do not have hand skills that they learned in university. Apart from, of course, the mass communication team, those ones are already skilling up themselves. So how are you helping the university implement the strategy of skills to students so that they become enabled for the work market or the job market out there?
Thank you, modulator. That question, I think it is suitable for me. Because, first of all, I'm a hands-on man. Because I'm a mechanic, I know some artwork. So you're landing on the point of hands-on. We want to produce the students who are well equipped with hands-on skills. So I think through my regime, we are going to introduce many skills. For example, the mechanics, we are going to introduce some artwork. This work will be done outside the lecture rooms. Because there is a teacher who would like to learn some artwork. So we are going to extend those services to those people. And after university, you know, this Uganda right now is moving on connections.
So it's a connection market, basically.
Yeah, it's so what we have to do, first of all, is making sure that in bigger offices we have people from Mutesa. So when you go, they can welcome you because you're their fellow. So we must start that by building our identity as the students of Mutesa, so that we have to be the leaders in those positions to connect our fellows. Even me, after here, I have to look for a job. But if I handle myself well, I'm going to leave campus when I'm assured of a job. So I have to make sure that after leaving, I'm going with many students from Mutesa. And I'm going to make sure that if I was able to learn the skills, and I'm going to see that I'm implementing that in other students, and I'm going to make them also love that, because it is helping me. It is the same thing which is paying my tuition, because I have to show the students that if you take the burden to learn these hands-on skills, it will enable you to start your own job. Because you can't be sure that after your education you're going to get a job. But if you have your skills, you're going to start your own job. So it's not like after campus, then you go and look for a job. You can start yours. So I'm going to make sure that our students are well equipped to be entrepreneurs, not job seekers.
That's an interesting one. Let me come to the lady, and then because they are vying for different positions, so I do the presidents, then we shall get to, the guild presidents, and we'll get to the presidents here. You hear people talking of skills, saying that a lot is being done with the students to be able to promote not only taking theory at home and graduate, but they also have to do some hands-on skills. But there is a gap in the market, and they say that women have to be inclusive. Actually, today, being Women's Day, the theme is inclusivity of women. How, in your council, I know you have a guild council, something like that, right? How are you going to encourage or implement inclusivity of, or the participation of girls or ladies in the affairs of the university? Because you're already one. Again, it's clearly you are alone. How are you encouraging the others to be involved in the activities of the university?
Thank you, Daryl. At least I've been inspired to think beyond the world. Being a lady, of course, a mere contesting as a campus president, I'm already inspiring so many ladies outside there in different faculties. So me being their campus president, of course I'll make sure there is gender balance, you understand? We need both genders, because to a certain extent, there are some things we need to do, both genders. And with that, at least I'll make sure on my committee there is gender balance, and with all faculties well represented.
All faculties will be represented. Okay, thank you so much. Let me have him. Yours, these are just brief ones. Then I know I'll come back to more deeper questions in that. I know that the school has an ethical code that they follow, which maybe you use the guild constitution to follow, and also implement some of those ethics towards the students in there. And I already commended the university and whoever is watching this that they have never heard of a strike in this school, which, in this university or in this institution, which gives it an AAA plus, triple A plus, what I would call it. But if there was to rise a situation of rebellion because we want peace and you're supposed to implement peace, what is going to be your first take? And how are you going to handle it?
Thank you, our moderator, once again. In case we get a problem or a challenge or like strike here at Mutesa, Kakeika, and of course the guild has to know from Chirumba and has to be aware that there is something going on in Kakeika. So it's my role. That's why I use the slogan that's saying, the voice for all. What I know, I can first involve the administrators, because the campus president, before going any other, you have to first come down on the ground and see what is happening. The moment, like when I'm here at campus and I see there is a chaos, first of all, I have to inform the guild, wherever he is. I tell him, there is a problem here, this and this, there is a chaos here. Then after, immediately, I have to visit the administration that is here in Kakeika. Because the moment I say I wait Kim from Chirumba, I think he will find us some are dead, some structures are, that everything is this, like, it will be very bad. So what I can do is to harmonize the situation. For example, like here at university, we are old people. I think when I talk like that, people can understand. I can at least try my level best with the help of the administration, security agents here at the gate, and everyone in the campus to make the situation calm down. Because I myself, I am a leader and I'm an example. When I'm a campus president, I don't have to involve myself in those strikes. What I have to do is to encourage them, please, members, students, my fellow students, calm down. We shall sort out the issue by the end of the day, so as they can calm down. I think that is the exact answer you want, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, you've heard from all the candidates. We've heard from the guild presidents, aspirants, and also the campus presidents who are aspiring to lead the campuses. Now, I just want to I'll get questions. So will you choose the person you're asking a question? You want to choose the person you want to ask the question, right? Okay, fine. Let's pass the microphone. Who wants to go first? The man who displaced the woman. Your name, and then you ask the candidate. I'll actually give each of you an opportunity to ask 2 questions. Why? Ask the campus president, aspirant, and also ask the guild president. So those are 2 questions. Hope they were ready. Okay. Hope they were ready.
Okay. Thank you, moderator. My name is Monge Stephen. I'm here representing the candidate on UID, Chilabila Simon Richman. So, my first question goes to the contestant, Honorable David and Honorable Kim. is saying, I have been in Guild for some time, and I know some of the things that go on campus. So my question is, we know that the Guild represents the students on the most governing unit of the university, that is the University Council. And my question directly goes to you, because you are coming as Guild President, so automatically, if you win, you must be there. So we get a challenge that there are policies that come up and they are approved by the council where you are going to sit, and they are touching or they are squeezing the students. And how are you going to win over that things that squeeze the students are not passed in the council? Which strategy do you have that you are going to win over those people and they will stand with you because you are alone? But which strategy can you make and those people accept your view? Yeah, that is my first question.
It goes to both of them?
Yes. So my second question goes to the campus presidents. It's good that Mr. Kim has spoken about the gate policy.
Which one are you asking?
I'm now asking those two, but yeah. My question is, the issue of gate policy has been here for so long. Many presidents, campus presidents, and also guild presidents have always touched on it by speech, talking about it, that we are going to fight the gate policy. But after entering into the system, they keep quiet upon that issue. That means that it is now above them. That's what they show us. So now I'm asking these two candidates that are coming as campus presidents, how has you who is coming in, how are you going to finish that issue to go away so that we no longer have gate policy?
Okay.
Yeah.
You try to be brief, okay?
As the common man, for me, I don't think that I can decide for the whole campus. If they are passing laws which are not favoring the people I'm leading, I have to first consult them. I tell them that there is this and this, so what could be the solution? After telling me their views, because I told you that I'm uniting the voices for a stronger Mutesa. So I'm going to collect their views, and then I take them to the administration. Because I know they are also people. You can sit and agree according to the people they are serving, because they also want the students in their campus. They can't put there the laws which are chasing the students. I know they are people and they love the students in their campus, so they can't be torturing the students. So I know I have to first consult the students, and that is the challenge we've been facing. They are passing laws. No, I have not ever met any leader to discuss about any point, about the things which are passed by the administration. But for me, I'm going to make sure that I also engage the students in discussions. They raise their concerns, then we find the possible solutions. I think I've answered you, sir.
Who else?
Thank you, Mr. Stephen, Papa. You have asked a very good question, but first of all, I'll first defend myself by pardoning you, sir. You say that Hakim is like, you say that like
You said, I did, you said.
Yeah, like you said, like no, you said that Hakim has been on the side of the business. Yeah. And to answer you that, a leader should not be sided, I think. A leader should be a uniting leader. I was giving you an example basing on my position I've been serving.
Okay.
That's all. But I'm not here that if I wanted to become a business leader, I could have remained as a business association president, not coming up as a guild president.
Okay.
Thank you. And on the issue of Papa, Mr. Stephen, which he has asked about the policies and the laws that are affecting the student. We know, we all students have been affected by many laws and policies of our campus. Yeah, but as a leader, a guild president, I know, basing on the power that is given by me, by the council, I can revise some of the policies so that our students are on our side and they don't hate the administration. Because if they hate the administration, then you as a leader, then you are expressing your weak points. Why should the student be against the administration? And as a leader, you can approach the administration and revise that policies. I can give you an example of the gate policy we're having here at our campus. That if you don't register on the portal, there is a problem of that gate policy. I know it is affecting very many students here. I myself, I was affected. But following the example of my fellow leaders, like the guild president now, I think I should also implement the same exercise that is approaching the administration. And by approaching the administration, I think you can come up with solutions. As my slogan is, big challenges, real solutions. That solution is extension of that gate policy. Because you can, as a student, you can come here and you report on the first day. They give you like 3 weeks and they implement that gate policy. As a student, some of us come from different backgrounds. I may be coming from a background where my parents are not able to clear that tuition, that exact in those weeks. That's why I can come up with those policies that can revise on those harsh policies on the students. Yeah, thank you.
Point of concern.
You have a point of concern?
Yeah.
Do you want to note it down?
To
Do you want to
spell
put
it out?
now?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, so my PA had a question. He was like, what if you're on a good council, you go to the administration, because you sit on the good council, and then they pass out a law or a policy that squeezes or that affects the students that you do lead. What will you do? Mr. Humphrey, he had a good
submission?
Yes, a good submission. But his submission was before passing out that policy or that law. That can work before the law is passed out. To me, I think that's the point of advice. So I think when you sit in that meeting, so passing out the law, it means that you have agreed upon it.
It's done.
It's done. You do what you need to do, what it's done. That means you end up rioting. That's why you hear those universities having riots at their campuses. Now, to me, I think you tell them there and then, please and please, let me first consult my fellows. I ask them, can it work out? So if it works out, you deliver the information back. If it fails, then you come back to them and be like, you know what, according to the meeting we had, I think it doesn't work out.
Okay, go first.
Thank you for that question. As you have said, it is a policy, it is from the administration. But it is a role of a campus president to take the voices of the students. On the issue of the gate policy, already it has been there for long. So, in case they remove the gate policy, I think university or any institution, it won't manage, it won't work properly, it can't deliver services. Gate policy, what I'm going to do as the campus president, I'm going to take my voice to the administrators. At least, if the gate policy is supposed to start on 7th week, at least they extend it. Like we are supposed to study 4 months. At least they can allow us they extend the gate policy in third month.
Okay.
Because students, when we remain outside the campus, we shall always get retake, we miss lectures, we miss what. So they should allow us, we enter in the lecture rooms, we get lecture rooms, we get the facilities within the campus, but on the final exam, I think they should now be strict. But get policy, I think it can't be removed.
It's not going.
Yes.
Okay. You can pass on this one. Don't worry. I know when you'll come. Okay.
Okay, and thank you, Mr. Stephen. So, on the issue of the gate policy, just like the way my colleague has said, to a large extent, we may not be able, I may not be able to remove it completely. But at least we can go in simple negotiation with the administrators, maybe to adjust for students, or create some time for those students who have missed maybe the test, because I belong to this campus and I've ever been a victim of a gate policy. But it usually starts when we are approaching mid-exams tests. I beg the pardon? Tests. So I think we shall just have to negotiate with the administrators, with my cabinet, so that they adjust for those students who missed the tests.
Okay. You can. Don't worry. I know when you'll come. Don't worry. I hear you. I want to know the next three. We know we are running out of time, so I need to know the next 2-3 people. Okay. After you, then you. Okay, fine, good. But you'll be brief in your question.
Well, thank you, Mr. Moderator. My first question will go to Mr. Abe, campus president. Then the next question will go to the guild presidents. So the first question is, for me, I want in your opinion, because I know for you to come to stand as the campus president, you have really discovered loopholes in the system which is in existence, not so? So in your opinion, I want you to suggest or to mention those loopholes, those challenges you have seen, and how are you going to solve them? The next question, which is going to the guild presidents, in one way or the other, I know that you have different capabilities and abilities that you feel makes you different from one another. I want you to state those capabilities and abilities that you feel makes you suitable for that post you want. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, my friend.
Let's use like 2 minutes.
Yes. Here at the Mutesa, the First Royal University, we don't have problems, just we have challenges as students. An example is from the faculty of IT, the IT students. They have a challenge of computers, especially here in Commons. They don't work well. So it's my role, and even there is the cameras, because people lost their things there inside. It's my role to take that concern to the responsible person, like the estate manager, to always make sure that the computers, because he's overall, he has to manage the institute, the university. So I'm going to take my voice to the administrators. They can install the new CCTV cameras. The issue of Wi-Fi. Here we pay the money for internet, but the Wi-Fi is low. So I'm going to encourage the administrators, or to take my voice. At least they put the strong Wi-Fi, because we want to study online. Sometimes we come here, we come here for physical lecture, but the lecturer maybe he's in Chirumba. So here in Kakeka, we have to study online. So then the internet is low. So I'm going to take my voice to the administrators. They put up the strong Wi-Fi, so as we can access, because we paid money for internet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Even though I'm forgetting the name.
2 minutes.
So, I remember the question, what makes me to stand as the guilty president? The capabilities, yeah. For me, I started the leadership from my O level up to now. I've been serving the club, which is good at producing the quality leaders. That is Wagana Nkubazambugu. And I've been serving at different levels. So, in terms of leadership, I've been mentored by that club. So, the capabilities, first of all, I feel like I have all the communication skills to the leaders, to my fellow students, and to the administrators. I think I have those communication skills which can make them feel that when I'm talking about the point, they can realize that this guy is on point. So another one is problem solving. I think I'm good in solving problems. Because for me, I told you, I'm a local man. I know the problems of people. So I'm good at finding the solutions. Because I always on the ground, I don't take myself to be the supreme leader. Yeah. There are research methods. I'm good in making research to know the challenges my people are facing. For me, I don't think that sitting in the office, that makes you a leader. Finding the solutions for your people, it is the key point for a good leader. So another one is unity.
Time.
Yeah, let me conclude. For me, I focus on unity among students and also the administration. So I'm going to unite the administration and the students because of time. Let me conclude.
Okay, next president.
Okay, first of all, what makes me think that I have that capabilities and abilities to be a good president? Yeah, me also, I've been a leader. Me not from all level. When I started my leadership, I remember I was in primary 3. I served as a sanitary prefect, if I remember very well. I've been serving and leading other my fellows from primary. Now I think in those actions of leading, I was able to encounter some leadership skills that makes me a perfect leader. And I myself, I was the president of Red Cross at my secondary school, that's Movende Light, and I was able to attain connections, very big connections from outside the school and the country, that I'm so connected. I'm happy to inform you that. And as a leader, we know as students and our university, we face very many problems. But how are you going to solve them? Because you can reach an extent when the administration itself cannot solve those problems, and you need that connection. You need those big people who can handle, who can help you to come up with very good solutions. So I'm happy to inform you that me as a king, I'm very connected. Yeah, I can. Yeah, thank you.
Richmond.
Simon, namesake. Thank you so much for the question. As a leader, do I have a reason to have the capabilities more than the others? Why? All of them, they have been, each of us who is here has been a leader. Leaders are born, they are not created. So I don't have a reason as to why I should have the capabilities more than the others to be a leader. Hope you get it. So with that, I think in case I win, I'll be grateful if my fellows come hand in hand with me. We make Mutesa strong. That's because I've heard their views. They have been leaders. So that I think they help me to make Mutesa strong.
Okay, thank you. That's very brief. The gentleman, oh, okay, you already have the microphone. Cool, let's go.
Tamze Raymond Tony, doing Bachelor of ICT, third year, semester 1. So my question will go to Mr. Richmond. So you talked of being social. Being social in leadership, we know there are some circumstances that come whereby you have to, not say you have to go chaotic or go defiant, but you have to change the way. So if you say you are going to be social, yes, you will abide by the law, you will follow order, but there are times where situations come when pressure is on ground. Students say you want this. Let's talk about the gate policy. Normally when the gate policy is amended, the pressure is high. Students say we want to enter. Because after all, at the end of the semester, tuition will be paid. Why lock me out, yet you know I will have to pay at last? So as the good president, you talked of being social. So, and on another point you said, once the law is already made, you have nothing to do. So you're being social. Are we going to get, I'm seeing you're being social. It's like you're saying you're going to be a yes man to the administration, neglecting our views. So are we already, is it, let me say, are you contesting yes man? Or are people going to vote a yes man to the administration?
Mr. Mutambuze. Yeah, Mr. Mutambuze, are you fine? You're not fine. Mr. Mutambuze, have you eaten today? You've eaten, eh? So it is a yes. Okay. Mr. Mutambuze told me that, will I be a yes man? I've asked you, have you eaten? You're like, yes. Are you fine? You said no. So you gave a yes where it is where it is needed. You give a no where it is not needed.
Thank you very much. My name is Seriang Martin Caesar, and I'm very pleased with all the submissions of the president. So I would like to start with correcting Mr. Simon about the point that he said earlier, that leaders are born but not made. For literates will criticize you because leaders have a system of modification and scrutiny where they pass. For instance, I would be your moderator right now. For we are all born, I will be your moderator. But our moderator, went through a system. He studied. So that's why he's trusted and wrote there.
Our time is fast spent. And yeah, I've had very interesting submissions here, and I can see you have interests of the university at heart. And I can see also that, you know, your cheerleaders and your peers have really put across some tough questions. But to summarize this is how we're going to do it. Now, you're going to have 1 minute each, because I know we've really shot through our time, to do your closing remarks. Now, when I say closing remarks, use your, in the beginning what I said, you have time, but you use your time well, okay? So don't misuse your time. In 1 minute, whatever you're going to say is your closing remarks. If you start by rebutting back the other person and 1 minute goes, surely you will not have used it well. So I'll start, let me start right. Let me just go that way. You want me to start with the guilds? Fine, you can start with the guilds. There you go.
Thank you so much, Dalon. Simon Richmond Chilabira, aka RSK, Guild Aspirant, Mutesa University. In front of the camera, I call upon my voters, please make Mutesa green for a stronger Mutesa. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, in my closing remarks, I, Gonza Abdul Hakim, NUP candidate, I promise in front of these cameras that I'm willing to serve my dear beloved students as our cause of the party are saying, and I'm ready to work hand in hand with you so that we can build a better Mutesa at the First Royal University. Thank you.
Thank you, our moderator. To my fellow students, I want to remind you only one thing. Get registered. 22nd, come and vote Muchiza Abel for the Voice for All. Thank you.
This is Mvule Godfrey David, the common man of Munaku. On that date of 22nd of March, I call upon you, all my supporters, to come and vote the common man who will serve you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being attentive. Naku Florence, Isabella, come 22nd March, I call upon all my fellow students from different faculties to kindly vote me. Let this time around, the choices you make, they are not the regrets of the other time. So, as my slogan is, your voice matters. And my theme is transformation for legacy. Thank you so much. I remain yours, Nako Florence.
Thank you so much, the candidates. Want to hear from the EC before I close? Let me hear, and I'm not celebrating birthdays. I am not, but we are celebrating Women's Day, not birthdays. But anyway, so it's your birthday, happy birthday. So I said it, okay.
Okay, thank you very much. As I, the Chairperson Electoral Commission, Tessa, the first free university, I don't work alone. I work with my colleagues and other cabinet. I moved with some. Behind me, I have my treasurer, that is none other than Patrick, and still besides him, there's my secretary, that is none other than Martin. I want to enlighten something small before I wind up or before I close up. Somebody talked about the NUPA badge or flag, whatsoever, to happen onto the ballot paper. I'm assuring you it is not going to happen. What might happen is, or what has to happen, is your passport photo and your name that you use. Some of you have the names that, some other people know. That can happen. Like, she's called Isabella, I hear. He's called Omtuawansi. Common man, common man, that can be used for better recognition. Unless otherwise, I pray that the juice is worth the squeeze. We are not here to pull or rub shoulders with others. We are here to learn. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being with us since we started this debate. It's amazing how people have ideas. And like I said in the beginning, that leaders actually, you can see their career of leadership right from this stage here, because, and I give you an example, that our Justice and Constitutional Affairs Minister was a guild president, and so many others who have been the late Mayombos, and their leadership started right from campus there, and you can see that they they took further the conversations of affairs, current affairs, and helping people, service basically to a national level, and we hope that that's what we'll see right from here. It doesn't matter whether you lose or you win. Service is just part of you by the fact that you already came up to say that you want to contest for that. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. And for those of you who are subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. And for those who are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to find me, my name is Darren Bartlett. I'm always on X. That's why I trade my content a lot. It's Bartlett Darren, which is at Bartlett Darren, of course. And then if you want to listen to me daily, I'm on XFM every Monday morning to Friday on the XAM. That is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and also do the Urban Doctor on Urban TV. So I'll be willing to listen from you all the time whenever I come across you. And thank you, Mutesa, the first Royal University, for this opportunity. I hope to be back another time. I'll come back with lectures, with a special lecture, a one-off lecture in mass communication one day. I hope so. Thank you so much, and I'll say adios. Bye-bye.